Yeah. Test. It's like what you have is good, and then make sure you, yeah. If you really put people. Something fell. Probably my trash. Oh. Yeah, just take the rest. Also, you should too. Should I see if audio works? What was it called again? The music playlist?
I think it's capturing it. Do you want me to try it?
Yeah. But the thing is audio gonna, is it capturing my audio? Hello? Hello? What was it called again? The music playlist? Oh, it does work. That's so weird. It's like delayed though.
It's a little muffly.
But if we put music in the background, like, would it get?
Nah, I think it's only capturing stuff like next to your laptop.
Okay, so let's try the. What was the playlist for?
Oh, like I could play it. Yeah, I could play
But
it.
can it connect around here? Because we want it like playing on the top right.
Should I try it?
Maybe. Or do you want me to just try see if volume works? What was the playlist called?
Oh. I think such like Pokemon. Nostalgic.
Okay. No, should I do Nintendo? Maybe that would count everything. Zelda, yeah, let's try this. Okay, but how do I control the volume?
You want me to be here with you?
Yeah, you can. And like help. It's probably start in like 10 minutes, right?
Oh, it's a cute user graphic. Yeah, I'm one of these. It's so cool. Yeah, and we'll save it as a YouTube video. That's so good.
No, I'll do this one.
Can I delete these ones? The meeting? These tabs?
I'm just gonna quickly go to the bathroom and I'll just make a quick announcement and I'll just pass things to you.
Just like wait on the
I guess so. Yeah. I think we should do maybe it's better than mine. Yeah.
We can start. Yeah, I'm happy to start.
If you want to wait, like, if anyone else comes in, that's fine. It's up to you.
Yeah, I think this is pretty good for me. So I'm happy to start.
Yeah, okay, I'll just make a quick announcement and then hand it over to you. Okay, guys, so we're gonna get started with the workshop. I just want to take care of a couple of admin things before Amy takes over. I'm assuming most of you are participating in the game jam as well. While you're in the workshop, so just a couple of rules related to that. So Amy's doing a Pixar workshop, which is obviously 2D, but just to clarify, just because you're participating in this workshop doesn't mean your game needs to be 2D. If you want to make a 3D project for the game jam, that's totally fine. Similarly, just because we're teaching you how to make your own assets doesn't mean we expect everyone to make wholly original assets for the entirety of the game jam. If you want to use assets available online, whether that's in the Unity store or whatever, reasonable ethical source there is, feel free to. That's completely fine. You only have a few days to make a game. We're not expecting like you to design like your own entire aesthetic vision into that with time. So yeah, feel free to use assets you find online, but for those of you who have a team consisting of designers and maybe some more like graphics oriented students, if you want to design a couple of your own assets, throw them in there. That's what this workshop's really about. So that's really it from me. I'm going to hand over to Amy and we will start now. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy it.
All right, hi guys, welcome to the workshop. My name is Amy. I'm gonna run you guys through the basics of pixel art today. So even if you have like no art background, I hope this would be a good foundational workshop for you guys. So let's get started. Hopefully everyone can hear me. Today I'm gonna run through 4 different things and then 5 if we've got time. So first thing is obviously software. Second thing I'll go through is some pixel foundations. Third thing will be character design. Fourth will be character animation. And if we've got time after, I'll show you guys how I do game tiles, which might be fun. Yeah. So let's go through software. There's a couple different software that you can use. Obviously, this isn't the exhaustive list. Today, I'll be going through Piskel app and also Sprite. Piskel, you don't need to download anything. It's just a web app. So you can just go piskelapp.com if you guys want to use that one. And then Sprite, it's a paid site, but you can download it for free if you want to try using the free trial. Oh yeah, you guys can take a seat. I've also used Affinity and Photoshop. So you can literally use any app so long as it's got like the basic tool, pencil tool. Feel free to choose whichever you'd like. You guys can open up the software on your laptop now. That would be great as well. And if you've got any issues, we can go around and help you guys out. So just put a hand up if you need any help. Yeah. Like a couple minutes. If you've got Sprite open, it should look like this, but also on piskelapp.com, you can just open a sprite and open a new canvas. But I'll get onto that in a bit. So everyone's all good. I'll go to the next thing. So some things to keep in mind just in general, depending on the software you use, you might have to alter some settings in regarding to anti-aliasing. This just means that you're turning off the blurring of harsh and jagged lines. But the software that we're going to go through today, so Sprite or Piskel app, you don't need to worry about that. And then in terms of scaling, so if you want your artwork to go bigger or smaller, just make sure to click nearest neighbor if they do ask you for a resizing algorithm or option. All right, let's get started. So if everyone's got their software open up, you can like start with a simple 16 by 16 or 32 by 32 frame. I think we'll just go around and make sure that everyone is able to open up a little square. I'll show you guys how I do it in Sprite. So new file, and then I'll just do 16 by. And then for Piskel app, it should be the same as well. Just walk around and make sure you guys have it.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably one year.
If you guys are using this class, make sure to use it on Chrome. It doesn't support Safari, so just a FYI. Is everyone okay?
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, that's something we can change. If you want to use it.
Yeah, I used to.
Yeah.
So, once everyone's has opened a new file, I'm just going to move on to the next step. If you guys have any trouble throughout the workshop, just put your hand up and one of us will be able to come to you. So, once you guys have your new file open, I'd like you guys to locate the pencil tool. This will be your main tool that you'll use in any software. So for Sprite, it will be B, and Piscolab, I think it's P. So you can use those shortcuts to always go back to that object, but just locate that. I'll give you some other shortcuts as well. You can zoom in your screen using Z and your bracket keys or your plus and minus keys to change your brush size. So if you guys want to try that now, it will, you can figure out which one it is. E is for your eraser tool, and then we'll also use the paint bucket tool as well. So G or B for Piscolab. Yep. Easy. The third thing I wanted to talk about is a sprite sheet. So by the end of this tutorial, you'll probably be able to create a sprite sheet. This is useful for when you actually start developing your game. It's basically just a grid of same-sized images, and once you export it into either Godot or whichever game engine you use, it's like the frame-by-frame animation of your sprite. So, but we'll get onto that in a little bit. Alrighty. Let's start with some pixel foundations. So I'm gonna get you guys to do a small exercise, but first I'm gonna explain how to draw things. So there's two main concepts. So what I'll do first in terms of drawing an object is focus on the shape and color. With the shape, you want to start simple and break down what you want to draw into small regular shapes. So for example, here I've broken up a person into circles and rectangles. And then with color, once you've got those simple basic shapes put down, you can choose a color palette, and then obviously when you're coloring something, choose whatever color you want for the object. So let's have a chicken here. And then the main concept is things that reflect light have a lighter color, so a brighter color, and then things that cast shadow obviously have darker colors, so darker in tone. For example, this chicken, you can see that light orange is the main color. And then for the shadows, we use a darker brown. So that's going to be the main concept. All right, let's start with this small exercise. I'm going to get you guys to draw this apple. So let's go through like the basic steps. So first, obviously, break down it into a simple shape, and then you can color it using a base color, and then add the shadow and light. Let's see how good you guys can draw this apple. We'll give you around 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll walk around and just see how you guys go. Maybe I'll like.
Yeah. I'm not doing it.
It's not hard looking at it.
You can just disconnect for a moment if you'd like.
No, it's okay, because I still want them to like kind of see.
True.
Right, if you guys have finished drawing your apple, please feel free to send it through our Discord and then we'll like kind of see how everyone went. But was that an easy exercise? It should be okay, right?
This is basically like the basics of pixel art. So,
This is my wonky apple that I drew.
How about it?
All right, while you guys are doing that, I'm just gonna walk you guys through step by step what we just did. So we started with a simple shape, which was a circle. If you guys didn't get that, that's fine. So circle, I drew a circle, and then I colored, just red and green, the basic apple colors. And then I added light and shadow. So the sun in this case is like up here, and then all the shadows kind of fall diagonally in the other way. Now we're going to move on to character design. So I'm going to walk you guys through the steps on how I do this. So the first step I take is I use a reference. You can find references of what you want to draw online. My main source is definitely Pinterest. You can use ArtStation, Google, Instagram, wherever. I just find a list of images and create a mood board as to what I want to draw for a character. And then I always reference back to it while I'm drawing. So this would be the first step I take. I want you guys to take a moment now to perhaps find some images online as to what you want to draw for a character. And then just like paste it somewhere to like keep in your mind while you do the next steps. But yeah, take a couple minutes now, find some photos online, see like what you want to draw, whether that be an animal or like a cute person or something.
Yeah, that's good premise.
Do you reckon I should go on like Pinterest and like find some photos or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Figure out how to do this.
We mentioned the arms or legs thing.
Oh yeah. Make sure you guys choose a character that has arms and legs. I think that will be really important for the next couple of steps. So think of a character with arms and legs when you're drawing this.
Yeah, I feel like the sprite walk. I think if you just demo the whole thing.
Yeah, I like separated the slide. So if
Yeah.
you want to have a look, I literally separated like each step.
Oh, yeah.
So then hopefully that makes sense. And then I'll try and do it as we go.
Yeah, I think if they get a demo, then they'll like
Yeah.
really help them voice them be a bit like this.
Okay. So for example, this is like what I look for in Pinterest. You can find some like, say I want to draw a cat. I'll just like find a photo of a cat that I want to draw and then use that to like inspire my pixel drawing. So choose whatever you like. So long as it's got an arm and a leg, or maybe two, it should be good for later on. Once you guys have chosen what you want to draw, we are going to go on the second step. So once you have an idea of what you want to draw, the second step is starting to draw it, but you want to focus on those simple shapes like we were mentioning before to create a readable silhouette, something that you can recognize from afar kind of. So start by drawing the silhouette using those simple shapes. You want to make sure that it's recognizable. So for example, like you can see that there's some type of leg and like two arms coming out of this character. So my mind would be like, oh, that thing can move, even if it's not colored. That would be what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna take my cat and start drawing a silhouette, and you guys can follow along. And then we'll just walk around and see how you guys go. If you need any help, put your hand up. But yeah, remember, start with the simple shapes. Oh shoot, did I do? All right, I think everyone's already going like to the next step, but basically, once you got your silhouette, you can start adding identifiable characteristics to your character. So this is where your references come in handy, whether that be like unique face shapes or like different animal characteristics. Use your references to help add color and detail to your creation. Yeah, but walking around, you guys have already like hooked up some pretty cool things.
That's vague, because I think. Yeah, so I think like, stuff. Yeah. This is like separating success. Hey, what's next? No, I'm very smart.
If you guys have finished, feel free to walk around and see what everyone's made or send it into the Discord to show and tell. There's some pretty cool designs. You guys, I don't know how we're gonna beat you when we do the game jams. Damn. So talented. Huh?
On the screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good idea. Discord. Which one? Is it this one?
Just like in general.
It's like so confusing. Uh, oh.
You see it? Yeah, you scroll down.
We got good apples. Mhm. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. Did you see? He's yeah, it's Gojo. Wait, why is it not playing? So cool. It's so good. Where's this is so cute. Thanks for helping out, Taha. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Yeah, it's like, how good is that?
Like an Instagram post of like.
Very cute. Oh, this is so. Gross.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of hard to put together.
Yeah. So tiny.
Is it the, what's it called? The premise?
Maybe. Where's my mouse? Is it?
I think.
This is so cute. Oh shoot. What? All right, seems like most of you guys have created a character or already moved to the next step. I think I'm going to quickly go through character animation now. So you can listen along or continue drawing. I'm happy for either. So with character animation, there's something called an animation cycle. So like how a character moves, it kind of like repeats a lot. So like, for GIFs and stuff. The main thing about character animation is the baseline of where the character is standing. So for walking, I'll be talking about like the walking cycle. When a character walks, they go above and underneath a certain line. So for example, this is a reference image that I use. You can see that this example, the character, falls down and above the line, depending on what action they're doing or which frame they're at during the walk cycle. So this is another example as well. For a running animation cycle, you can see that it's also the same concept where it's moving up and down above a baseline. With running, you can see that depending on the reference that you use, it's more like angled. So the character's body is more angled when they're running. And similarly for other action cycles, like fighting, jumping, or using a tool, there's always a baseline that the character goes above and underneath. So I'm going to break it down frame by frame with the walk cycle. You guys can follow along. But again, a lot of you guys have already started animating. So either on Piscal app or on Sprite, there is a frame button. So on Sprite, which one is it? You can add another, the frames will be next to this layer. So the dot, you can press Alt N for another frame. So that's how you can cycle through them, and then arrow keys to move through them as well. With your Piscal app, there should be just on the left-hand side, like a plus button, for you to see the frame. And in the right-hand corner, it will play your animation as you create it. So it will go through each frame and cycle, and you can change the FPS of that if you'd like as well. So with the walk cycle, you can see that the first, how I normally create a character is I just like find a reference on Pinterest or wherever, and then really focus on where the hands and legs and arms go. So for example, your right leg forward and then your right hand forward is how you normally walk. And then you bend your knee and then you kick up. So frame by frame, how I would do it for drawing an animation is I'll start with like the first one, and then on my character, I will draw those arms in that way. So if you guys want to follow along, I'll have this reference up and then I'll like edit my one, and then you guys can do the same on yours, and then we can go from there. Or if you'd like to animate something else for your character, just have a play around. I'll leave this image up there and have a go, like editing your limbs on your character. I gotta like, it's here. Where's my mouse? So this image, you can see there's like a leg that's behind and a leg that's in front. Same with the hand. So just copy that for your character. Right, this is my first example, or this is my example of that first frame. So you can see that I've got the opposite arm and leg forward, and then the other opposite arm and leg kind of in the background. You can do that just by like also adding the shadows and light to your character, just to emphasize kind of the depth and space of the character. It doesn't need to be perfect. You're gonna be like test trialing this a lot when you continuously run how the animation looks. So don't worry about it if it's not perfect, but we can move on to the next frame if you guys got that first one. So the next frame will be when the leg touches down and like you put a lot of weight on that primary leg that you're moving towards. So in this case, the character is going to be below the baseline. So move your character like down and then edit the arms and legs as such. So you can copy and paste your previous frame. I think in Physical app, you can do that. And then with a sprite, I'll just do another Alt N. So for example, and then it will automatically copy. So like my first one is different to my second one, but then these ones will kind of come through. That makes sense. So I'll leave this up on the screen. You guys can animate to your heart's content. But I'll just keep on going through these frames. Yeah. Let me know if you've got questions.
Yeah.
There are lots of like sparkles, like the demand.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's have a.
First of all, what's the feedback?
Also, I'm loving it. Is it like a flame? Oh no, that's a cape.
Yeah, that's a cake.
Definitely send that into chat. I love this. The coloring and shading is amazing.
The eyes look goofy. Yeah, it's based on colors.
Oh my god, that's so sick. I love it. No, I think it's amazing. The thing is, yeah, it just need to be like, I feel like you did good, like with simplifying it, because that's the main thing about Pixar, like how to simplify like a good chat. I don't really like this like.
I think yeah, we can. Oh yeah, we're talking about technically. I'm trying to get a picture of everyone's.
Yeah, I'm telling him. Yes, it's all first, but I mean, we do 60 means like a normal. Right. Or like some people want that. We really want to take that. I'm gonna give everyone enough. Will definitely have enough like specific 100% to like cover half. Yeah. So like ultimately it's 160. If we cut them into half. Yeah. But you also have to. Yeah. Oh, are you only 160? Yeah.
I'm not doing it. It's okay. How many of you have friends that? Now, I'll ask you. Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna continue in the background, but this is my example of that second frame. I just like made sure that his arms were more forward than the previous one. I had to edit that previous one. But yeah, just keep on going. So the next frame is the leg goes up and then again, the head goes above the baseline. So I'll leave this image up and then you guys can do the same. Feel free to keep on animating like different things. I'm just gonna continue going through the walking cycle, but right, this is my third frame. So by this point, you can kind of see like the walking like is working. That makes that is you guys. So it's like taking a step. I'll continue on to the next frame. These slides will be available to you afterwards, but if you aren't up to this step, just search, find some references on Pinterest, but I'll send these slides to you afterwards if you'd like.
Arch West doesn't have a lot of charging points.
They're all like at the edge. I know, I'm charging one.
That's the only problem. All the charging points are like around the corner. But yeah, I'm just telling people directing them. It's like if you need charge, yeah, just take a moment to. Idea. Yeah, I know. I just realized this again. Yeah.
That's just an idea that I just don't care about finishing. Yeah. So, that was better. Yeah, it's not active. Yeah. They do have. I mean, they got a lot of confidence. So what? Well, I'm good. But it's like kind of a paranoid. Make it twice, but like maybe just a better training company would do. Like just get some money. That's why I'm thinking. The other option is to go crazy and then like, why are you better all that future plan? But yes, I really like experience. But I hate you by the way. I like Chinese. I would have to study Cambridge and find out if it's that. I don't know, it's just about being like, I really wish it would. I don't know, I'm just playing my life. I don't even. Yeah, it's like my first time. I'm Jeffrey. Okay, well, I was having my brother here. I'm saying, he like, so I need to think about, thinking about, he wanted me to Australia, and I really love it. Hello, dog wife.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody is just something to stabilize, get it going. I'm not sure if like, well, I think everyone right now is like, oh, that's kind of like, like, and if anyone has the clearest picture of what will happen in the future. Hopefully, let's get some kind of company going. You're gonna go. I just laugh and interviews and like, I don't know. Well, I have to think about it. Yeah, but now I'm like, and I'll eat. I think that'll. I haven't. Today I have a lot of like, I'm glad that we're going I'm basically kind of can't expect it because I have a team. I have a team, and I'm just there's no really one guy that just do anything. Well, like I get you, I get. And I assume and then get into the content. And I feel I'm procrastinating. I don't like Even like I said, oh, hey, I don't want to work in there. And the last maybe I should work in there. Like, maybe I do. Like, well, I think the biggest reason I have a team is that because of this week, it's not really fun. I mean, like, okay, so if you don't say it, but it's just everything goes down to your head. I just like everything. That's not to be. I like if everything happens, whatever, you'll be fine. We will get like much like, you know, you have to like everybody. Yeah, I've done other ones 1,000 movies. Like, I heard about like kind of like actresses using like. I mean, like, things like there's something called energy. Oh, yeah, and stuff like that. Yeah, that's right. Like, just have some ways it's structured. Yes. I can take advantage of it. Well, I mean, I like. Yeah, just like I'm just email people, like how about you? Right. Well, like, it was kind of a different story. Kind of just have like one idea that it's story, like one file. And it's fine. Yeah, essentially like run your code so you can modify this details of the so you don't really need to structure. So like, well, after some concept, so I learned yes, that's what I think about that. Yeah, just like having different people like that. I could just like a Facebook now. So I'm excited. Yeah, I got it. Awesome. My teammate gets big as well. And then, yeah. Yeah, no, I think like I expected that you are playing. Thanks to you. Oh God. Like what they do. Yeah, Yeah, I'm there. Oh, I think. I didn't see you. Maybe I can. Well, it's like it's I go.
All right, we're like almost done with the workshop, guys. So I've finished my GIF. I'm gonna send it in the Discord if I figure out how to do that. Oh, it's a bit fast. Oh, why does it look so weird? I uploaded the wrong one. Oops. I delete this frame. So you guys should probably end up with like a walking cycle. This is my one. Yeah, feel free to send that in the Discord if you want to share your animations around. But pretty much that's like how you animate something. So I basically just use references and then copy them. So hopefully it looks like it's walking, but if you have like a moving background, you can chuck it in and it'll look even more realistic. But yeah, hopefully you guys got something like that. This is the example that I made for the PowerPoint. So this is our mascot click, and this is just a simple 6-frame walking cycle. And you can see, again, I just like follow a reference and then I'm just walking, making it walk. If you guys want to stay, I can quickly show you some how you can tile or like do game tiles in Sprite. But that's basically the workshop. Before I do that, here are some really good resources if you guys want to continue learning how to do pixel art. Slindred has my favorite pixel blog. So that's how I learned everything. So definitely look that guy up. He's really good. Brandon James Greer on YouTube has really good tutorials into pixel art and how you can use it for games and stuff. And then again, Pinterest is a great place for inspiration if you guys don't know what to draw. And then I've just plugged in some of my favorite artists. If you guys want to have a look, like you can do a lot with pixel art. So yeah, that's basically it. Feel free to stay around. I'll quickly demo that tiling thing, but that was the main part. If you guys can fill out this feedback form afterwards, that would be super appreciated. So I'll just leave that up for the moment and then I'll go on to the tiling of the game.
So real quick, while you guys are filling that out, I just wanted to ask, we've had a few inquiries. Could you just raise your hand if you don't have a ticket and you want a ticket? Or you know someone that doesn't have a ticket and want a ticket. I think we had like a couple people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 people in the workshop. We'll be repeating the question again on the Discord. So if you have any friends that wanted a ticket, couldn't get it, just let them know. We'll see what we can do. We really appreciate the enthusiasm, really excited. It's great. And we'll see what we can accomplish, trying to accommodate basically people. So yeah, stay tuned on the Discord. We'll try and make an announcement soon. And also, if anyone is leaving, if you're not sure of the problem, please make sure to swing by that table there. We've got our attendance sheets. You can fill that out before leaving. That would be so. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. All right, I guess I'm just gonna run through the last thing. So tiling, if you want to stay. The good thing about Sprite is they have a lot of really good tiling functions. I'll just create a new thingy. So 16. You guys can follow along or just like watch me try and do this on my on the screen. Say you wanted to make like a grass tile for your game that you just want to use repeatedly throughout. there's a lot of useful tools that AceBright offers. So they have in the view section, in the view section, there is something called a tile node. So you can tile in x-axis, y-axis, or both axes. This will help you kind of create continuous blocks as well. So, I have to look at this way. Can you guys see that? Is that too dark? I don't know, but look, so you want to make continuous tiles. The tiling really helps if you want to make textures or anything. It can just show you how tiles look next to each other. So say I want a grass block, this is like a super basic block. Let's add some detail. Create a block, and then if you want to see all these tiles in like an example screen, what I do is I create another file. This time I'll make it a bigger file. So like 128 by 128. AceBright's got something called a tile map. So you can convert your layer into a tile map by right clicking. So when I change this into a tile map, it basically asks me like the dimensions I want my tiles to be. So that's just like how big your squares are that you want to have. So I can press OK, and then I'll copy this over and I'll show you why it's really good. How do I? So I just copied and pasted. So I selected everything, copied and pasted. Once you enter that, you can see that on this left bar, there's a screen with all your tiles. Oh, that's my mouse. I can't see. Up here, you can see there's like a little bar. This is your settings for the tile set. So you can press. They have different settings. So if you want to modify tiles and add tiles, you can press that middle one. What this does is, it's basically a paintbrush. So you can draw using the tiles that you have previously. So you can choose this and like chuck it anywhere on your map. So is that the right one? So you can see I can like stamp it around. What's really good is if you want to create like the edge pieces for the grass tile, what this tile map layer does is it keeps track of each tile you draw. So you can actually export this into a sprite sheet or a tile map to use in your games for the game jam. So this is just a cool way to do that. So I'll just continue doing like demoing this online on the board. But yeah, feel free to follow along or do whatever you guys are doing on the laptops.
Question. I'm trying to download the Oxford. Now I got to this part.
Oh, that means you need to place the documents. Wait, maybe. How do I do that? Just close the Zoom? Oh, yeah.